Welcome to India, the world's largest democracy and the world's second largest population. Indian etiquette is quite formal and somewhat conservative. Many customs and points of etiquette within the Indian culture are based on the two ideas of humility and purity. Needless to say, Indian etiquette is quite unique. Come join us exploring Indian social etiquette.
Indian business etiquette. There are certain business etiquette manners many must be familiar with when doing business in India. There are many differences in negotiation tactics, business card protocol, and sitting and presenting yourself during meetings. There are several things to keep in mind as well as things to avoid. It is important to understand Indian business etiquette to be sure you are not insulting or offensive, as well as to build good business relationships for success and future endeavors. Here, we will look into the initial meeting of your Indian business partner and shaking hands, to exchanging business cards, as well as what to expect throughout the meeting. A short and light, not firm handshake is the customary start to a business meeting. It is important to note that titles are important in India when communicating with business partners. It is a must to address them using correct titles. Business cards should be exchanged at the beginning of a business meeting. Have an adequate supply of business cards that will be sufficient for all those present at the meeting. Meetings in India will generally begin with friendly small talk. This may include personal questions about your family and is seen as a way of building relationships and trust before business. Indian business etiquette can definitely be applied in healthcare situations. Keeping these tips in mind can aid when applying for the administration side of healthcare to the front line of healthcare, such as physicians or nurses. A conservatory outfit is preferred. Women should wear a pantsuit with jacket. Attention to these types of details are essential for nursing profession in India. Personal space is appreciated. Keep an arm's space when taking the interview. Hugging is not appropriate. Be flexible. Indians appreciate punctuality but may not reciprocate it. A flexible schedule will prove useful. Keeping these Indian business etiquettes in mind should ensure you a successful meeting, leaving the accidental aggression and offense behind, and allowing a business relationship to flourish.
As in many cultures, eating and drinking are important and widely respected part of Indian culture, local customs, traditions, and religions. Proper table manners vary from culture to culture, although there are always a few basic rules that are important to follow. Here are some tips on do's and don'ts of dining etiquette in India. Here are some lists of do's. The cardinal rule of dining is to always use the right hand. The left hand is considered to be unclean. Another good etiquette to keep in mind is that it is expected that everyone will wait for the host or the eldest person to begin eating. And finally, ask for whatever you want, instead of reaching out directly or pointing at the dishes. Here are some things to avoid. The left hand is not used for eating. Another thing to avoid is to never offer anyone food from your thali or plate. Lastly, while sharing is good Indian etiquette and manners, sharing a glass, spoon, drinking bottle is unacceptable. Following these simple do's and don'ts for dining Indian etiquette should allow you to have a wonderful cuisine experience, ensuring no one is offended and leaving you with a full stomach. We leave behind the beautiful country of India with a greater understanding of their culture in dining and business etiquette. As we begin to understand the general etiquettes of India, we are one step closer to integrating our multicultural society, allowing the practice of interpersonal communication.